beautiful people, and welcome. In today's video, we will be evaluating expressions with substitution. Disclaimer time. If I make a mistake, I am human. Let's learn from my mistakes so you don't have to make your own. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So substitution is one of those weird words in math where we know what it means, but we can also use a different word to replace it. Let's say when we are given a substitute in school, that individual, that substitute is taking the place of your teacher. So that substitute is replacing your teacher. So whenever something is asking for you to substitute, or with substitution, it's going to be to substitute, which means to replace. We're going to replace something with something. Typically, we are replacing a variable with an actual number that represents. So let's jump in and do some examples to see how this evaluating expressions with substitution. One last thing before we do the example, expression does not have an equal sign. If there is an equal sign, that means it is an equation. We want to work with expressions in our examples. We're going to do a few examples and then see, maybe in the end we can throw in an equation. Example number 1. Let's see, 5m minus 6 when m is equal to 7. I'm going to write a few of them down. Example number 2, 4m plus t when m is equal to 7 and t is equal to 2. Example 3, r divided by t when r is equal to 8 and t is equal to 2. And example 4, let's do mr divided by t when m is equal to 7, r is equal to 8, and t is equal to 2. Oh, you guys didn't see example 4. That's okay. We'll get to it when we get to it. All right, let's go ahead and start how this works. So whenever you replace or whenever you substitute a value, we know that m is 7. Okay, we're going to be translating these things. If you watch the translating video, we're going to continue to translate forever and ever and ever in math because we're trying to make sense of it, so we keep translating. So here is m. M is going to be now 7. Always put it in parentheses. That's going to be our first thinking bubble. Always put whatever you are replacing in parentheses. Oh, let me try to save that one. Always place what you are, should say replacing. Always place what you are replacing in parentheses. That way, if there's any multiplication, division, anything like that, you have that taken care of. I'm going to bring down my 5. I'm going to bring down my minus, and I'm going to bring down my 6. After we have substituted, after we have replaced with 7, I then will evaluate. Let me bring this back up. Evaluate is a fancy word, it's a fancy math word that means solve. compute is another fancy word. Compute just means plug it in and solve it. So let's go ahead and solve this. 5 times 7, what is 5 times 7? Well, let's use our fingers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 7 fingers up. That means I have 35. And again, we're bringing everything down. So now I have 35 minus 6. And I don't know how to do that, but I know that 5 take away is 30. So I need to take away 1 more. So I have 29. So my answer is 29. Let's try another one. Let's do this again. Now we have two things. M is 7. And now I have T. And T is 2. Let's go ahead and substitute. M is 7. Always put parentheses. And T is 2. Once you have substituted and replaced your variables, bring down everything else exactly how you see it. So I see a 4 here, and I have a plus here. So let's read this. Let's try to translate this. Let's read this. 4 times 7. Remember, if there's nothing between, mathematicians are what? Mathematicians are lazy. So if there's nothing between, that means there is a secret times in there. So that reads 4 times 7 plus 2. What is 4 times 7? If you watch my multiplication tricks video, then you can quickly compute what 4 times 7 is. 4 times 7 is, in fact, 28 plus 2, 28, 29, 30. So my answer for this one is 30. Let's try another one. R divided by T. Same thing. All we're going to do is replace R with 8. And we're going to replace T with 2. And then bring whatever we had, which is this division sign, exactly the way it worked. So this reads 8 divided by 2. If you watch my rewriting video, that means 2 times what is 8? And 2 times 4 is 8, so 4 is my answer. Let's try one more. This is example number 4 that you did not have a moment to write down, so take a moment to write this down. Once again, let's go ahead and substitute. I have M is 7. R is, let me find another color. R is 8. Always put parentheses. T is 2. And again, what symbol did we have? We have this bar right here. So I'm going to bring down the bar. So this is 7 times 8 divided by 2. So let's simplify this first. Let me rewrite this. 7 times 8 divided by 2. It's the same thing. I just rewritten it without all the lines. 7 times 8 is what? I don't know. I promise you I don't know, but I do know how to multiply with my fingers. So this is 6, 7, 8. 8 times 7 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 56. 56 divided by 2. 2 goes into 5 2 times. I have 1 left over. 2 goes into 16 8 times. So you don't need a calculator. Just ask yourself, 2 goes into 5 how many times? 2 times. What is left over? 1 is left over. Now I have 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. All right. Now these are just some examples. You're going to deal with more of these all the time. I'm trying to see if there's any other examples that I'd like to show you before we move on. Let's try a word problem. Okay. You and 4 friends plan a surprise party. Each of you contributes the same amount of money. And they tell you that money is M variable for food. A is they want you to write an algebraic expression for the total money contributed for food. After that, they want you to say, hey, if each person spent $5.25, what is the total? Okay, I'm going to shift this back up. You and 4 friends. I'm going to repeat that. You and 4 friends. So how many total people are contributing? All of you are contributing money. So if I contribute, that is 1 person. If 4 friends contribute, that is 4 people. However, if I and 4 additional people contribute, that means there are 5 people planning to give me money. So if I have 5 people, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each person is giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amounts of money. We don't know how much money, like this is B, so we're not looking at that. We're saying each person gives me M quantity of money. So how much money did they actually give me? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 M's. So I have 5 M is my expression because 5 people give me M quantity of money. So if each person spent $5.25, so that is now your M, what is the total? By them saying this, they're saying M is equal to 5.25, and they want you to substitute, they want you to evaluate your expression. Well, let's do that. I have 5M, here is M. M is $5.25. Bring down your M just like it was. So we're bringing everything down. And we're going to multiply this, okay? Now, you may think you need a calculator, but you don't. And I'm going to show you why. But let's use a calculator just for a quick second to get an answer. And I get $26. Let's find a different shade of marker. $26.25. Now, again, you don't need a calculator for this. Let me show you how to do it without a calculator. Let's go back to this right here. Each person is now giving you $5.25. So 2 people now have contributed $10.50. 2 people have contributed $10.50. And then we have our 5th person who still gave us $5.25. So we're combining these. I'm going to shift this down here. So now we have $10.50 from 2 people, $10.50 from another 2 people, a different 2 people, and I have $5.25. Going to combine these because I know 10 and $10, that gives me $11, but 50 cents and 50 cents. 2 50 cents, that's $1. This is 10, 20, so I have $21. Oh, yeah, 21. And then I still have my $5.25. So if I have $21 and I have an additional $5.25, that gives me $26.25, which is what you got for your answer. You're going to be dealing with different types of substituting, evaluating, replacing. This is just a brief video on how to do that. If you have any questions, please reach out, let me know. But we're going to be substituting for our variable in this semester. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!